Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about something that occurred to me after my interviews with Codestrap. I'm sure you have seen that about 2 weeks ago I did an interview with Codestrap, which was amazing. I got so much value even rewatching the videos, and I got more and more thoughts and understandings come from the interview, and I'm so happy that I did this interview with Codestrap. And I'm going to, by the way, link the interviews in the description box below. I really recommend that you watch it if you're a Palantir investor. So I realized something very important after the interview, because Palantir is not releasing its software to the public. It's not widely available. This could be done in many ways, and this greatly limits the potential of Palantir and what it could become. And as Codestrap said, it can have second and third order consequences, and it can even spell the doom of Palantir as a company, because other companies like Snowflake and other competitors will come up with a mass market product and they can just take them out of business. And I realized something. This is what I want to talk to you guys in this video. And as always, if you like this content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want to go further and support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description box below. So this interview with Codestrap changed my mind on a lot of things. So Palantir is, I think, one of the hardest companies to be a YouTuber for, because I understand financials of companies and I understand how business works, but there's very few people who understand how the software of Palantir works inside out. And without being able to experience the product, it's not easy to be a bullish investor, and you have to rely on, other people's experiences and other people's description of how good the product is, right? And this is something that I'm sure is contributing to the stock price of Palantir and will have to be handled in the future. But basically, to recap what was said, is companies want to make decisions like the FANG companies, which is basically instant decisions based on the data stream that is coming in. And as we move and, our world gets more and more digitalized, this is going to be, a win or die in the attempt thing for companies. Like, you either transform digitally your company so you can make instant decisions based on data, or your company is going to get out competed by the competition, right? So the question is it Palantir that is going to supply the whole world with this as a monopoly, or is Palantir going to be one of the companies that supplies the world and it's going to be a market with, a few big companies? Or is Palantir going to get out competed in this and lose its influence and significance over time? I also understood that what's really special with Palantir is that they put all your data together and they become an operating system for your company and for the data in your company. And you are able to build apps on top of this program. So that means that in the far future, there can be billion-dollar industries that are built on Palantir Foundry, which is super beneficial, because those companies that are built on Foundry will be also selling Foundry, because if other companies or customers don't have Foundry yet, they cannot use their apps on Foundry, right? It's pretty logical. So for all of these things to happen, and by the way, needless to say, if these things come true, it doesn't matter if you bought Palantir at $20, $25, or $15. It's going to be worth a heck of a lot more. So knowing this, I had a question to Codestrap, which is, I had the idea that because Palantir is such a big and such a complicated software that, you need a very big company and it needs to be very pricey for this product to be used. So for example, if you have a small mom and pop shop, they would never be able to afford Foundry and it would be too complicated for them. And he basically told me that it is not the case, and it's actually more useful for startups, and there is no technical reason why Palantir is not open on a lower price tier for these startups. And when you truly understand what this means, so this means that potentially Palantir is holding back a ton of expansion, a ton of sales, a ton of relevance. They're potentially holding back the creation of industries on their platform. So naturally, you start asking yourself, why? Is the management of Palantir completely doomed? And this is where we ended off with Codestrap on the interview. However, as he also pointed out, we do not have all the data, and we might be armchair CEOing, And this really got me thinking. So we have a management team who was so visionary 10, 15 years ago to start working on this data operating system product without anybody needing this product, without knowing that there will be customers. They just went by their gut feeling, or I don't know what, and they knew that this would be the future. And their bet ended up being 100% correct. Today, it's clear that all the industry is moving towards this, and there's even, competitors that are coming, which, maybe you can call them competitors, maybe not. And this is the same team who called that Russia is going to attack Ukraine. And this is the same team who called, that Ukraine is probably going to win. And the situation is going to be more dangerous because, Ukraine is going to win. So they are not stupid people. So as an investor, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Because, when you have such smart people in a group, it's impossible that they would be so stupid to intentionally limit their platform and let themselves be outrun by competitors. Yes, they are not communicating what they're doing about this. Yes, they're not communicating what their strategy is. But I would bet money, heck, basically all the 10,000+ shares of Palantir that I have are a bet that they're going to solve this problem. And if you are worried about this, you also have to think two things. One of them is, which one would you rather have? Would you have a fantastic sales organization built around a not so good product, which is very, very hard to handle? Or would you have a first-class product which is proven over and over again? I believe also last week they had this research that came out that Palantir is even beating Microsoft and very big companies, and they are number one in the category of AI on the planet. And this was the second research in a few months that came out with the same number. So would you rather have a sales team built on a very inferior product, Snowflake, or would you have a perfect product where the management is, trying to figure out how to handle it? I would much rather have number two, because it's way easier to, figure out how to distribute a fantastic product rather than how to, keep on selling and expand with a very inferior product that can fall apart. And number three is, as I always say, if opportunity would be obvious straight away, then there would be zero point in buying the stock, because it would be $150 or something. So if Palantir's true potential comes to fruition, there's going to be, billion-dollar industries built on Foundry as an operating system. Then how much do you think then the Palantir company will be worth in the future? Again, it will not matter if you bought the stock at $15, $10, or $20. So basically, this is what I realized, that we have to, grit our teeth and give the benefit of the doubt to the management. They are very smart people. They have the track record of very smart people. And I'm sure that they're going to handle this when they feel that it's the time to handle it. And I'm just going to be holding my shares and hoping that the price goes lower. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate if you press the subscribe button. And if you watched this far, then it means that you are a very good viewer to the channel. And I would also appreciate if you checked out the Patreon link and considered supporting the channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.